Hey everybody. I hope you've had a good week. Here it is Friday again. I just wanted to touch base with y'all, as some people say, and let y'all know that I'm doing okay. Tomorrow will mark 1 week since Dallas and I have been in our new apartment, and it's going really well. I really like it. I'm still getting things settled down, kind of like or not settled down, but settled like I want them. I was planning on doing some more tomorrow. It's been hard working every day and then coming home and trying to make myself do much of anything. This week I've just been like past the point of exhaustion. And, the last 2 months I think I ran on fumes there toward the end of the 2 months, and adrenaline. And then after Robert passed away, the week of the funeral and all I just kept running and kept running. And then after he passed away and after the funeral and the next week when I went back to work, I was still kind of running because I wanted to find somewhere else to live, and that took time. And then, you go through the process of trying to find a place, and then you find the place, and then you got to go through the process of turning these things off at the place that you lived and turning these things on at the place you're going to go. And then the moving, which y'all know is just such a thrill. April and I and some friends of mine, we worked all last weekend, and all I've thought of this week is I'm so glad I'm not moving this weekend, because if I was, I think I would just go into a hole somewhere and hide. Just the thought of moving again makes me just so tired. Guess who wants to play? Here you go. So I'm feeling better now. I've been, especially the last 2 or 3 days, I have just been like exhausted to the point I think I could lay down on the floor and go to sleep. And I haven't felt that tired in a long, long time. And so I came home today, and I played with Dallas for a little while, because he misses me while I'm at work. And so we played, and then I stretched out on the couch, and he stretched out on the floor, and we took us a little nap. And that was nice. That's why my hair looks so wonderful like it does now, because I took a nap, and then I woke up and I took him back out and ate a little supper, and I've watched some TV and just kind of relaxed and played with him some more, of course, because he never gets tired of playing. And then a while ago I told him, I said, okay, we're going to go out one more time. I said, and then we're going to go to bed, So I'm planning on sleeping in tomorrow, just waking up whenever I wake up, and then doing some more things around here, and hopefully I don't really have a whole lot left to do, but I do have a few more things I want to get done and get put away and things like that. And so I'm still really excited. It's the weirdest feeling in the world to be excited about a new place and excited about, the things God is doing in my life. But yet at the same time, I'm still grieving the loss of my other life, because I've started a whole new life, and it's something I never thought I would have to do, especially at this young of an age, is to start over without my husband. And it's been very difficult, and there's times that I just fall apart. There's times that I handle it pretty well. Candace, today at work, my friend, she told me, she's like, you're handling everything so well. She said, I just can't believe how well you're handling it. And I said, well, I'm not always handling it well. And I said, there's times I feel like I'm not handling it at all, and like I said a few nights ago, he's been gone a month now. And it was basically 2 months since he had been at the house, because he was in the hospital for a month before he passed away. And still, even though it's been a month and I know he's gone, and I can take you to the cemetery where his body is, where he's not, but his body is, and it still does not seem possible that he's not with me anymore. And I know it's going to be a long time before that really, I guess, becomes reality. I mean, I know it's reality. I mean, I'm not living in a fantasy land, I know he's gone. But there's just part of me that just hasn't grasped it yet, because he should still be here. He should be experiencing all these wonderful things with me that's come along, and I've been able to move closer to my parents, and I just, every day I find something new that I love more about living here. I never thought I would like to live in town, which, we lived in Colt for almost 8 years, which I know Colt's a town, but it's so small. It really felt like living in the country at times. And right now I'm living in town, but I really like it. I'm right close to my job, and like I said the other night, I can hear the church bells when I'm outside from the Methodist church. And just like today, I think it was today, I come home at lunch and I was walking Dallas outside and I heard them go off, and I was trying to guess what song, it was playing. And I love to be able that I can hear those. And of course, Wynne is my hometown, so just the fact that I'm back in my hometown, I love. And I can go back to voting in Cross County and living in Cross County and all those things that I missed out on, the last 7 years in a different county. And I know that might seem silly to some folks, but I'm just excited to be back here. And, I started this new job back in, I think, May of this year. And God really opened the door for me at just the right time to walk through it. And, of course, at the time, I didn't know all this was going to happen with Robert. And I never would have imagined it. And if you'd told me, I'd told you were crazy. And I look back at pictures, and I just don't understand how he's just not here anymore. So like I said, even though there's part of me that's so glad that things are falling into place like they are, and I've gotten a new place to stay, and I've got new furniture, and Dallas and I are settling in really well. There's still part of me that just is not liking it, and I've told you all that before, that I don't like it, and I'm not going to like it. Am I mad at God? No. Do I blame God? No. Am I mad at Robert for leaving? No. I know these things happen, and even though I don't like it, and I'm not happy about it, I have two options. I can either sit down and give up, or I can just keep on walking, and that's what I have to do right now. I have to keep on walking. And yeah, there's times I sit down and I stumble or I fall, and I might lay there for a few minutes, and I might cry, and I might kick and scream, and have just a complete meltdown. But then I get back up and I dust myself off and I keep going. And it's not that I'm some super duper super spiritual person. It's not that. It's just, that's what I have to do. I have to get up and I have to keep walking, because I refuse to give up. I refuse to turn my back on God. I refuse to stay in that area of despair and agony. I don't want to live that way. I've battled depression before, and it was not fun, and it was a battle. And there for a while, depression was winning, and I don't want to go back to that. I will not go back to that. And there's times I'm sad. There's times I'm upset. There's times I'm lonely. And there's always those times. Always. I'm always thinking about him, and I'm always missing him. So, even those times when I'm laughing and I'm having a good time with my friends or my family, or I'm just relaxing and I'm watching some TV, always in the back of my mind is my husband. Always. And I know he's always going to be there, and he's always going to be in my heart. And I cannot, for the life of me, understand how he could not be here anymore. But that's just life. And like I said, I don't like it. I'm not going to like it. But I refuse to quit. God has brought me too far to quit on him now. So no matter what you're walking through, no matter how bad the struggle, if you've served God for one day, you've already served him too long to quit on him. God is good, and God is faithful, and God is just. There's no bad in him at all. And even though I don't like what's happened, and even though my heart breaks, and it feels like it's shattered, God is not to blame for it. And I refuse to turn around and quit on him now. He's brought me a long way. Dallas, stop. He's brought me a long, long way. I'm 48 years old, and as far as back as I can remember. I believe I prayed the sinner's prayer when I was 9. I believe. That's what's in my memory. Now, did I always act like a Christian? No. Did I stay on that road that we're supposed to stay on once we get saved? No, I did not. I messed up. I failed God. I did turn my back on him there for a little bit. When I was about 15, I guess. I didn't let my mom and daddy know that. I knew better. But I did, But then it wasn't long. Just after I turned 16 was when I was filled with the Holy Ghost. And that's when the difference came for me. And there's been times I've been discouraged. And there's been times like I said a while ago, I've battled depression. I've battled sickness. I've battled despair. I'm battling grief right now. But God is still with me every step of the way. And I prayed this morning, and I've prayed it before, especially the last month. I've prayed this. God, I refuse to walk one step without you holding my hand, because I can't make it. I can't. And it's that simple. I refuse to take one step without God holding my hand. How can I make it through this valley that I'm in right now, this valley of grief and sadness and loss, and the loss of my husband? How can I make it through this without holding his hand and without him holding my hand? I can't. There's no way. I can't fathom even trying. So why would I turn my back on him? Why would I let go of him? At all. If I have any hope of making it through this, it's going to be because of God. Only because of God. So, yeah, I'm going to struggle, and yeah, I'm going to stumble, and yeah, I'm going to have those days when it feels like I've been punched in the stomach, and I'm gasping for air, and I don't know if I'm going to make it. But I know, even on those days, on those dark, dreary, gloomy days, when I miss my husband so much I cannot stand it, I still know God is there for me. And he's going with me every step of the way. And I'm going to hold on to him as tight as I ever have before. So I want you to be encouraged tonight. Even with tears running down my face, I want to encourage you tonight to keep hanging on to God. And don't blame him when bad things happen. Because bad things are going to happen. This world is not perfect. And, just because something bad happens doesn't mean that God doesn't like you or doesn't love you, or that he has, forsaken you at all. Bad things just mean bad things have happened. And they happen to all of us. It rains on the just and the unjust. We've all experienced loss. We've all experienced sadness. We've all experienced financial difficulties or physical problems. We've all had family members that have been sick. Dallas, you picked the weirdest times to want to play. Like we haven't already played since I've been home from work today. But just know that God loves you more than you could ever fathom, more than you could ever think. He loves you. And he still has a plan for your life. Even though it might look like everything is in total shambles right now. And it's utter chaos. And you can't even see your hand in front of your face because the way is so dark. He's still there with you. And all you got to do is reach out for him, because he's right there beside of you. And he'll walk with you, and he'll take you. And he'll be with you every step of the way. I promise you. I promise. Take it from me. This past 2 months, take it from me. God will be with you every step of the way. I promise. And you might not like the journey, every step of it, and you might not understand it. And you might want to just say, never mind, I quit. You might want to say, is this a bad dream? Please let me wake up. Hey, get it. It's under the bed. Oh, my Lord. It's just like a child. Do I like wearing my husband's wedding ring and my wedding ring on a necklace? No. I'd rather have him on my finger and on his finger. I'd rather have him here with me. This is just another thing, another change that's been brought in my life. All these changes. But God is still God. So I will just keep trusting him and keep letting him fill me with his peace and his presence and his anointing. And keep doing what I have to do because that's what I know to do. So I just want to encourage you tonight to keep on keeping on, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't quit, don't give up. He has a purpose and a plan for your life. And you know what? We're not always going to see that next step. I don't see the next step right now. I haven't seen the next step in a while now. But I know every time I put my foot out, that step's going to be there. Now, do I know which direction I'm going in? Nope. That's why I refuse to let go of his hand. Because I know he's leading me. And he knows which way to take me. If I go off on my own, I'm going to be lost completely. And I'm going to miss steps. And I'm going to miss blessings that he has for me. And I'm going to miss opportunities that he has for me to help someone else. So that's another thing. We have to realize sometimes we go through things so that we can help someone else. Right now, there's another a lady that her and I became friends on Facebook when Robert was in the hospital because her husband was also in the hospital, except he had COVID. Robert did not. But her husband had COVID, and I believe I sent her a friend request. I'm not really sure. But we just kind of struck up a friendship over the fact that our husbands were in the hospital and were sick. You know, they were both sick. And I believe her husband passed right after Robert did. I believe it was after. You know, so I'm trying to encourage her. I'm trying to help her. And in turn, she's also helping me. You know, so we have to realize that too, that there's plenty of times that the things that we go through and the problems that we face, not only are they going to help us in the long run, believe it or not, they will help us and make us better if we allow them to. Not bitter. Don't let them make you bitter. Make you better. And then you can help someone else that's going through the same thing. And then you in turn will be blessed as well. So I hope y'all don't sound like I'm lecturing or anything. I'm not. I'm just trying to help people with what I'm going through. And plus getting on here and talking like this helps me as well. It kind of helps keep me focused and centered and things like that. And I've had people ask me, even my daddy, you know, does it hurt to talk about Robert? And I'm like, not really. I mean, it helps me to keep his memory alive. You know, now, yeah, there's times it hurts to think about him. There's times it hurts to talk about him. But I don't want to stop doing that. I mean, he was a very important part of my life for over 26 years. Why would I want to stop that? Why would I want to forget all about that? You know, because even though he's gone and I'm hurting, we had a wonderful life together. And God did a lot of things for us. He opened a lot of doors for us. And there are a lot of difficult things that we went through that God brought us through. Things that at the time, I didn't think we were going to make it through, but we did. So if God did it then, I know He can do it again. He can do it for me. He can do it for you. So just think about those things. And if you ever feel like you need to talk, you can inbox me. I might not be able to help you, but I can at least pray for you. I might can lead you to someone that can help you. If you go to church, you know, if you talk to your pastor or your pastor's wife, there's always somebody that God's going to send along your way that you can talk to that can help you. And that then like I said, then later on, God can also use you to help someone else. So just be encouraged. Don't give up, y'all. Like I said, if you've served God just one day, you've already come too far to quit. He's worthy of all praise. There's my buddy. He's worthy of all glory. He's worthy of all honor. He's the only thing that's getting me through this right now. Him and my family, my friends, those that are around me. And that the ones that are around me are the ones God has placed around me. And so whether you know it or not, if you're my friend, if you're my family member, God is using you to bless me with your words of encouragement, with your prayers. And I cannot thank you enough. I can't. I might not ever be able to adequately describe how much you mean to me and how much your words of encouragement have meant and continue to mean to me. But just know that I love you from the depths of my heart. And I'm thankful that God put you in my life. So I'm going to let you go. I think, yeah, look. Dallas, are you getting sleepy? No, look at that face. See, he can look so innocent when he wants to. But I know him very well. He's not always innocent. Anyway, I'm going to go get some sleep. So, just imagine if my hair looks like this just after a nap on the couch. Think of what it's going to look like in the morning. Eesh. But anyway, see, I can still laugh at myself. Got to have a sense of humor. I have to. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I promise this time I really am. I really, really, really am. And y'all have a good night. Still believing in what I know and not what I see or hear. Hashtag Waldo Warriors. Making it one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. And like I said, I'm planning to get some things done around here tomorrow. Getting things more situated like I want them. I've had my tart warmers burning today, or this afternoon after I got home from work. I had a salted caramel going in the kitchen. And in the bathroom, I've got, what's that one called? Apple cinnamon frosting or something or the other. Anyway, it smells fallish. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. I don't know. I'm just weird. But I love that kind of stuff. And I'll be doing that s'more tomorrow. Probably burning some candles and cleaning and getting some pictures hung up, hopefully. So anyway, I'm going to go. I promise this time. I really mean it. And I'm going to watch a little bit more TV and relax and probably be asleep before too long. So I will get with y'all the next time. And it's the weekend, y'all. So Sunday's coming. If you have a church, please go if you can and be faithful. Support your pastor and his wife and family. Support your church and worship the Lord. And if you don't have a church, find you one to go to. Pray about it. God can send you to the right one. And if you live in my area, Wynn, Forest City, the surrounding area, love to see you down at Forest City Church of God down by the sports complex. I'm telling you, one of these days, and I've already had at least one person come. One of these days, some more people are going to come. They're going to show up and surprise me, and I'm going to be so happy to see you in church. But anyway, y'all have a good night and have a good weekend, and I will get with y'all next time, okay? Good night.